Hello art friends and welcome back to Passion for Fashion. This is lesson 3 and today we are going to get stuck into making our outfits and I can't wait. So let's make sure we have all the equipment that we're going to need for today's lesson. First of all, you will need a stack of papers or materials that we made in the first lesson with all the pattern and all the colours. You will need a piece of A3 paper, scissors, oil pastels, glue stick, grey lead, and I have a sharpener just in case I need to sharpen my grey lead, and I'm ready to go. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing you want to do is choose one of the papers, and it could be any paper. Don't panic about getting it right the first time. It's better to just dive in. We're going to make maybe 3 or 4 outfits today. So I'm going to start with the tartan, and what I'd like you to do is just rip part of the paper. Now I have a smaller piece of paper and I want you to rip into that again, and I'm going to rip it maybe one more time. I'm going to start very simply, and I have now got a shape to work with. So that's one, and I'm going to get stuck straight into it and show you how we're going to do it. So you take your shape and a piece of scrap paper for gluing. Take your glue stick and make sure when you do apply your glue stick that you go right over the edges, and you can use quite a bit. Cover the whole thing. I like to cover the whole thing. And glue your piece of paper maybe at the side or bottom. And sometimes I like to get another piece of paper over the top and just give that a really good rub so it sticks down properly. And it's nice and flat, which is how I like it. So that's one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this a dress. I'm going to put my neck, my head shape, which is an ovally egg shape. Arms, now the arms are there's going to be shoulders sort of just down the side of that dress, maybe one on the hip. And legs. I've kept it quite simple, and I think it's a really good idea to keep it simple because we're going to work on this and we just want to get started. So I can now take another colour. I'm going to take red for the hair. I'm going to give her big hair, so I'm just going to go around the head like we practiced before with our faces. And I might just do a little drawing of a shoe, which is just an upside down V. Get rid of some of that there, and get my grey lead and pop my eyes, 2 dots for the nose, a little smile with those lips, maybe a few marks around the face and in the hair. And voila, we have our first outfit. I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to take another piece of paper. I might take this one. And again, rip it. We're only ripping today. And I can have it this way. I can turn it upside down. If I'm not happy with my shape, I can tear it again. I might want to do 2 shapes. And you keep turning it and moving it until you can imagine some little outfit. Now, if you can't imagine an outfit, rip it or change the shape. So there's another shape. There we go. I can see a little mini dress there, so I can go again. So this is my next one. I'll go straight onto the paper there. And she's wearing a mini skirt. I'm going to get another piece of paper and just so I can rub that flat. I do like to do good gluing. Okay, so this is a mini skirt, so I'm going to have longer legs. And arm on the hips. Arm on the hips. And my head. She's going to have blue hair, and she's a bit wild, this model, so it's going to go out into a bob, matching blue shoes. You might make them boots by putting them up her leg a bit. And take my grey lead and just pop her face in. I'll do little flicky eyes. Give her eyebrow, and just pulling a bit of a sad face, you know, that model face. And go in with the grey lead and now we do have a pair of scissors. I prefer you to start with ripping. We are going to bring in the scissors, but just say you are doing a outfit. And you do want a little bit of scissors or a jagged straight edge. You can use your scissors to create a straight edge or a wavy edge. Yeah, I think I like a wavy edge, so I'm going to use that. Now that's too wide for the hips, so I'm going to make that thinner. So there's a skirt. Now I am going to need a top. I can change material, so I might change material. I've got a lot of blue going on here. So I might just grab some of this yellow, right, and make a top. Right, let's see. Okay, I'm happy with that, so I'm going to go again. And her hair, I want to go out in a big bun like that, and she can have brown hair. And because I've got oil pastels, I can mix my colours and put a bit of yellow in there, so it's a bit of crazy hair. And then take my grey lead and just outline the face a little bit if I want. Okay, so I have 3 figures and I'm going to do one more. And what I would like you to do is go back and only using ripping and maybe a little bit of scissors at this stage to start to get the feel for some shapes of dresses or pants, and just add really simple arms and legs. Don't make it complicated for yourself. And the faces that you practice, try different faces, because this is our designing stage and we're just practicing and warming up. So let's have fun, get to it, and make some kooky little fashion designs and statements. Okay, good luck. I'm going to do one more and then I'll see you for the next lesson.